Restless and gate number 1. Slings and Arrows completes the lineup. All set and away they go. Good enough start for them, except for Dynally dropping in towards the back end early on. Lincoln Navigator is the early leader, racing up there. King's Ransom in the middle. Abound is on the outside in the yellow cap. 3 deep. Slings and Arrows is also pushing forward. Romance in Rome races further back in the field, racing around 5 lengths off the leader. Dowser races in behind that. They were followed by Sakurajima, the green sleeves and captain. Brendan James and Cheeky Laddie racing further back in the run. Dynaly's further back. Then came Golden Peace and Laguna Verde as the trailers. They into the home straight now. Abound led them in, clear a length. Slings and Arrows is on its outside. They followed by Lincoln Navigator between runners. On the inside is King's Ransom. Dowser, the black and yellow colours towards the outside. Then Romance in Rome. On the far side is Sakurajima. Coming inside the final 400 meters, Abound is in front, still clear a length. Slings and Arrows is closing in. King's Ransom racing towards the inside. Sakurajima's on the far side, but it's Abound as they come to the 200. Cheeky Laddie is closing in strongly on its outside, and further back in the field is King's Ransom. Cheeky Laddie, Golden Peace is coming out the back too. Down the inside is King's Ransom and Abound. It's now on the outside, Golden Peace to Cheeky Laddie, and Golden Peace one easing up at the line. From in second, Cheeky Laddie, then came Abound, and further back in the field was King's Ransom. So Golden Peace is in the pack at the moment. The red sleeve striped cap, 4th the right-hand side. Cheeky Laddie came to hit the front. Abound was staying on. But here comes Golden Peace on the outside under Richard Fourie. Motors home and gets up to win it. That is 3 winners for the Alan Greef yard today. So well done to the Greef yard and to Richard Fourie.
Well, a superb performance, having his very first start in the Eastern Cape. Golden Peace comes through comfortably over a distance on the sharp side for him, so really an impressive run. Well done once again to the Alan Greef Richard Fourie combination, and to Younger, his groom, who will be very happy with the 1,500 Rand courtesy of World Sports Betting. Tabs, thanks as usual for collecting on their behalf, much appreciated. Richard, I have to ask you there to grab your mic and to actually turn it on.
I think it's on.
Is it on? Is it green?
Yes.
It's
yes,
all green, ready for go.
Good to go.
Richard's really going well. He's all in green this afternoon. And Richard, before we even get on to what happened, how the race transpired, I just need to ask you, about 7 strides from the post, you turned to look at the Oak running in second. Craig, what was said there?
No, we didn't say much. It's just, I knew I was way far out my ground, and I latched onto him, and I couldn't think that there's anything going to quicken as well as I did during that section. And I know Craig's horse, he hits daylight, and he turns it up very, very quickly. So I think if I was ahead of him, he would have probably run me down. Yeah. But I just, I was a bit short in the distance, 1,400. I was always at the horse and trying to keep up with Craig. And eventually, when we got through the 300, I could feel a bit of a release under me. And knowing Craig's horse, he put his ears up and starts looking. So nothing was said, but slow down.
So nothing like, ha, come and get me.
No. We keep it professional. He's a very good rider. He's obviously on the mission, and wish him well. But lovely win. So well done to Mr. Vernus and his family, and happy Easters. Well done to the boss. He was a little bit bullish. He said the only concern is the draw, but work is being very, very good at home. For me, I was more worried about the distance. He's got really good form lines. Yeah. Seen him once or twice race, and the way he did it today was fine style, went down well, and he came down even better.
And when we're going through this field, there were cases to be made for so many. We battled to narrow it down to even our first 3. So it adds merit to have beaten a field like this over his not favourite trip.
Oh, very much so. Yeah. And I thought Craig's was a good thing on paper. His last 3 or 4 starts have always been there. And Mars being a missure, so I couldn't be confident. But the boss knows more than me. It just makes me look good. So well done to Mr. Greef and the team, and obviously to all the staff back at the yard. Happy Easter to them, and long may it continue. And special thank you to my sponsors at Ridgeman.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Alan standing by, and yeah, his comments on Wednesday, your comments on Wednesday, were really quite decent about him, saying that if he brings his work, he'll be right there. And I actually chatted to you a little bit off air before I went to interview the next trainer, and I actually brought up the distance, and you pointed out something very relevant, that often horses run a little bit, when they run fresh, you can just squeeze it a little bit more out of them over shorter distances because they're fresh, and that looked to be a prime example today.
Yeah, well, Richard was also a little bit concerned about the distance, but his work at home was nice, and I just thought, well, if he just things ran right for him, he'd be a big runner. Yeah. Richard dropped him out, came from last, hooked him out, and it could have been easily one of those cases where too late she cried, but he really finished off well, and very well done to Lawrence Werner and his family, and to Mrs. Reddy. Well done to her first runner for us in the yard. So, winner, well done. I'm pretty pleased this was, because I think there's a lot of improvement to come.
Well, that's very exciting to hear. Neil was talking a little bit earlier about penciling things in when we hear them, so I hope behind me he's busy jotting this one down. Alan, well done.
Thank you.
Congratulations to the Werners family and to Mrs. Reddy. Congratulations, really smart win here. This horse wasn't running over his favourite trip, but he's produced a sterling finish under Richard, and he's really come through well. So very well done to the connections. I'm sure we will be seeing more of him. And once again, a great advert for our chats to the trainers on Wednesday. Really good information coming through there.